A man and his wife walked into a dentist's office. The man said to the dentist, "Doc, I'm in a hurry. I have two buddies sitting out in my car waiting for us to go play golf. We have a 10 o'clock tee time at the best golf course in town, and it's 9:30 already. I don't have time to wait for the anaesthetic to work, so forget about the anaesthetic. Just pull the tooth and be done with it." The dentist thought to himself, "My goodness, this is surely a very brave man asking to have his tooth pulled without using anything to kill the pain." So the dentist asked him, "Which tooth is it, sir?" The man turned to his wife and said, "Open your mouth, honey, and show him." A guy walks into a bar with his midget wife and takes a stool, with his wife standing next to him. The bartender is busy at the other end and doesn't see them when they walk in. When he's done serving the customers there, he walks down the bar and asks the new customer what he would like. He asks for 2 glasses of beer, which the barman brings. After leaving him, the bartender goes about serving other patrons when he notices the man has finished his beers. He asks if he would like a refill, and the man says, "Yes, I'll have a couple more." The barman gets 2 more beers and sets them in front of the man. Never having seen anyone with the guy, his curiosity is piqued, and he asks him, "Why do you order 2 drinks at a time?" The man replies, "Oh, one is for me and the other for my wife." Astounded, having not seen the midget wife, the bartender says, "Your wife? Where is she?" "She's standing here next to me." The bartender, standing on his toes, leaning forward and looking over the edge of the bar, utters, "Well, I'll be damned. She's no bigger than your fist." The man replies, "No, but she's a lot better." Dad brought home a robot with a lie detector feature that makes a siren sound and flashing lights when you lie. Dad asks his son, "Did you go to school today?" "Yeah, sure." The robot makes a siren sound. Okay, I was reading and studying on my own." The robot makes another siren sound. "Okay, I went and played golf. When I was your age, I always went to school and didn't play hooky to play golf," Dad replies. The robot flashes lights. "Ha ha ha!" Miss laughs. "After all, he's your son." The robot makes a siren sound and flashes lights. A firefighter is working on the engine outside the station when he notices a little girl next door in a little red wagon with little ladders hung off the sides and a garden hose tightly coiled in the middle. The girl is wearing a firefighter's helmet. The wagon is being pulled by her dog and her cat. The firefighter walked over to take a closer look. "That sure is a nice fire truck," the firefighter says with admiration. "Thanks," the girl says. The firefighter looks a little closer and notices the girl has tied the wagon to her dog's collar and also to the cat's testicles. "Little partner," the firefighter says, "I don't want to tell you how to run your rig, but if you were to tie that rope around the cat's collar, I think you could go faster." The little girl replies thoughtfully, "You're probably right. But then I wouldn't have a siren." A salesman in a strange city was feeling horny and wanted release. He inquired for the address of a good house of ill repute. He was told to go to 225 West 42nd St. By mistake, he went to 255 West 42nd St., the office of a chiropodist. Being met by a beautiful woman in a white uniform surprised but intrigued him. She directed him to an examining room and told him to get ready, and someone would be with him soon. He loved the thought of the table and the reclining chair and was really getting aroused because of the strange and different approach this house offered. Finally, the doctor's assistant, a really gorgeous redhead, entered and found him sitting in the chair with his generous member in his hand. "My goodness," she exclaimed, "I was expecting to see a foot." "Well," he said, "if you're going to complain about an inch, then I'll take my business elsewhere." A man in the grocery store notices a woman with a 3-year-old girl in her cart. As they pass the cookie section, the little girl screams for cookies. The mother says, "Now, missy, we only have a few more aisles to go. Don't throw a fit. It won't be long." In the candy aisle, the little girl whines for candy. The mother says, There, missy, don't cry. 2 more aisles, and we'll be checking out." When they get to the checkout stand, the little girl howls for gum. The mother says reassuringly, "Missy, we'll be done in 5 minutes, and then you can go home and have a bottle and a nice snooze." In the parking lot, the man stops the woman to compliment her. "I couldn't help noticing how patient you were with little Missy," he says. The mother sighs. "Oh no, my little girl's name is Francine. I'm Missy." So, at a recent computer expo, Mr. Bill Gates reportedly compared the computer industry with the auto industry and stated, if Ford had kept up with technology like the computer industry has, we would all be driving 25 cars that got 1,000 miles to the gallon. In response to Bill's comments, Ford issued a press release stating, if Ford had developed technology like Microsoft, we would all be driving cars with the following characteristics. 1. For no reason whatsoever, your car would crash twice a day. 2. Every time they repainted the lines on the road, you would have to buy a new car. 3. Occasionally your car would die on the freeway for no reason. You would have to pull to the side of the road, close all the windows, shut off the car, restart it, and reopen the windows before you could continue. For some reason, you would simply accept this. 4. Occasionally, executing a maneuver such as a left turn would cause your car to shut down and refuse to restart, in which case you would have to reinstall the engine. 5. Macintosh would make a car that was powered by the sun, was reliable 5 times as fast and twice as easy to drive, but would run on only 5% of the roads. 6. The oil, water, temperature, and alternator warning lights would all be replaced by a single, "This car performed an illegal operation" warning light. 7. The airbag system would ask, "Are you sure?" before deploying. 8. Occasionally, for no reason whatsoever, your car would lock you out and refuse to let you in until you simultaneously lifted the door handle, turned the key, and grabbed hold of the radio antenna. 9. Every time a new car was introduced, car buyers would have to learn how to drive all over again because none of the controls would operate in the same manner as the old car. 10. You'd have to press the start button to turn the engine off.